Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode. And today I want to talk to you all about taking risks. Something that some of us find quite easy and some of us find much harder. And I want to untangle that today and give you some steps to help you decide which risks are worth taking and which ones are not. Have you ever felt stuck in your comfort zone and afraid to take the leap? If so, you're not alone. Many of us, around 85% of us, struggle with the fear of the unknown. In fact, it's one of the main reasons and main problems that holds us as individuals back from reaching high performance in our own lives, both personally and professionally. But here's the thing. Significant growth and success often comes when we do things differently to what others do and when we don't follow the norm. And a couple of months back, I was on a flight from Rome to Doha and I watched the movie Bezos, all around Jeff Bezos and the way he was able to grow his business. And it was about his journey from a young and successful vice president to becoming the visionary founder of Amazon.com. And the name didn't start off that way. And I wasn't familiar with the exact path and what brought him to this point. And when I watch movies like this, I always feel inspired by the determination and the risks that people like Bezos were able to take, and also the struggles that they had that led them to this point. Because quite often we see the end result, but we don't know the journey that people took to get where they are now. And the thing is, Jeff Bezos could have played it safe. He could have stuck with his well-paying job, and on many levels, he looked quite successful. But instead, he and his wife went all in, choosing to take the risk. And that's where the difference lies, in living a life where you're really passionate and you're thriving and you love what you do, and living a life that's good but doesn't feel great. And I want to talk to you now about the safe path versus the risky path. Playing it safe often seems like the most secure option. In fact, when I've done things in the past, such as change careers, purchased a house, I've had many individuals at different points tell me that they think I'm crazy, whether it's changing areas, whether it's moving houses every few years. Why? Because in their eyes, it doesn't feel like the best decision at the time. In their eyes, if you've got something that's good, why would you change? And people who are really highly ambitious and who are high achievers often go the path less chosen. And the risks that others perceive are not necessarily risks to them. And when we allow those perceptions of others to impact us, often the decision that we make versus the one that we want to make can be a little bit different. And today, I want to ask you, is this a bad thing? Is it a bad thing to not take a risk? Not necessarily. In fact, many people stick to the safe lane most of their life and it feels good. But if you're the type of person that wants more, that doesn't want good, that wants great, then sticking in your comfort zone will stop your progress and it will hinder your progress and it will stop you from reaching your full potential and living a life that you're really passionate about, where you feel really confident and where you feel engaged. And quite often it's the chances that you need to take that will bring you on this journey. And so today I want to share with you 2 strategies for taking risks. So if you find yourself struggling with certain risks in your own life or unsure whether to lean in or whether to lean out on a particular situation, I want to share with you a couple of things that might be able to help you on this journey. The first thing is to evaluate the possibilities. Consider what you stand to gain if you take the risk and if you do go all in. Ask yourself, how could this risk positively impact both my personal and my professional life? It may give you more time, maybe more freedom, maybe more fulfillment, maybe even more money. And so reflect on this and go, is this something that's important to me? And is it something that's enough to motivate and inspire me to take the leap? So that's the first thing. The second thing you can do is to start small. So if you're not a risk taker by nature, then start small. You don't have to go for the biggest risks first time round. Begin with smaller risks and gradually increase the level that you're willing to take when it comes to risks that feel good to you. Everybody's threshold for risks is different. Mine is a little bit larger than my hubby's and often will need him to pull me in on certain things. And on the flip side, he'll need my encouragement to take those bigger risks. So you don't have to do a Jeff Bezos straight away and quit the job and move cities. A risk to you might be just going for other jobs, getting your resume ready, and just taking it from there. Just think about it as flexing the muscle of courage. And the more you do this, the more easier it gets over time, and the more confident that you will feel, the more that you lean in. And as you become more comfortable with taking risks, you'll be more willing to tackle the bigger challenges. And that's really, really important. When I was thinking about changing careers, the safe choice was to stay in the stable job that I liked, but I no longer loved. I didn't love the lack of perceived freedom that I felt from, working retail hours, working it around the kids. I didn't like the way that things would just pop up in newsletters and I wanted to be at the assembly or wanted to be at the commitment for school and I couldn't do it, or I felt like I was letting people in the store down. I wanted to create more freedom. And I also wanted to motivate people and grow myself. And it was risky to pursue my passion and start my business. The fear was real. In fact, I put my shares on the market, took them off, put them back on. But the potential for fulfillment, personal fulfillment and success pushed me to take the leap. And eventually it far outweighed the fear of staying stuck in that job. And I always knew that I would give it my 110%, but if I didn't, I could find another job. And here I am now talking to you about high performance and the power of risk taking and giving it your all. And I bloody love it. So I want to share with you what are a couple of benefits of risk taking. When we take risks, we grow. Why? Because we stretch ourselves out of our comfort zone. But to do this, we need to be disciplined and also resilient, knowing that quite often it doesn't always go to plan the first time. And it's this growth mindset that can open the doors to opportunities you never thought possible. It's looking at things from a different angle. It's thinking that you're going A, B, C, but sometimes you need to work it a different way. Then there's overcoming the fear of failure. One of the biggest obstacles to taking risks is the fear of failure. And, we fear what we're going to lose. We fear what will other people think. We also get fatigued. Is this risk going to exhaust us? Will we suffer burnout? We'll get frustrated. This can often hold us back as well. So learn from your mistakes and use those as lessons to help you improve and grow. When it comes to high performance, taking risks is a game changer. It's the difference between living what we call a charged life, where we're passionate, where we're engaged, where we're confident, versus living a caged life where we feel trapped or even just too comfortable. Or even not comfortable with where we're at. High performers understand that calculated risks are necessary for reaching their highest potential. And when you understand this, there's an ease around failing. It's more, what do I need to do better, rather than I'm an idiot viewpoint or it will never work out for me. So as I wrap up today, I want to leave you with this thought. And I want you to think about it just to see in your life, where is there opportunity to take possibly more risks? So in your life, where do you need to open up to new opportunities and experiences that can lead you to growth? And what would happen if you did so? How would things change, and how would taking that risk, even if it was just a small step, help you in the future? So I hope this episode has been valuable. Don't forget to download a free resource. And until next time, live a successful, purposeful, and fully charged life every day. Your coach, Belle.